David Lee. This is my interview. We have Uncle Claude. Okay, name.
I'm Claude Carnelli, and or called Pal, my friend Pal over here.
How old are you?
A tricky answer. I'm celebrating my 56th anniversary of my 21st birthday. What you do here, add 21 onto 56. That is 77. I was born in New Village, New Jersey, 1922, on April the 21st.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I am older than I am, and we've been very close. He's older by about 14 months. But we always were close as we grew up. And then I have 4 sisters. They're all younger.
What are their names?
The older one is Lena. Next comes Valentina. Next comes Anna. And then Joyce. Joyce is the youngest.
What was it like in the war?
I was in World War II. I served, about 10 months in the U.S. and a little over 2 years in the South Pacific. I was in the liberation of the Philippines. I was in Manila. And then I went to Clark Field. By the way, I was in the Army Air Force. And my duty there was, I was a cook. I always had plenty to eat.
What was it like when you were a boy?
Oh, I'll tell you. When I was a boy, times were different. I grew up as a boy, pretty much some hardship in the Depression, a country life. There was the woods in the back, the farmer had fields around us, and we had a lot of room to roam around all over. And the farmers never chased us off of their properties. In the summertime, would you believe it, we used to go around barefooted. And my dad, he always had a garden. We helped him there, got the grass. And then my dad had chickens, 1 hog a year. And we had a pretty happy life as a boy.
Things when you were a boy.
Much were things. Prices were different because as each year passed by, inflation took place. For example, let me see if I can. I know wages used to be 20, 30 cents an hour, 40 cents an hour. They were much cheaper. And for a nickel, for a penny, you could get a candy. I don't know if you can do that today.
Okay, did you ever meet any famous people?
Oh, I'll tell you what. New Village, Thomas Edison?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Thomas Edison had a cement mill in the village. That's where my father was. That's where most of the people in the village were. There only were maybe 500, 700 people in New Village, a very small country town. Well, 3 of us boys, we went down to the plant. You know how boys they like to go hiking and roaming around, Well, we saw 3 men near the factory. Would you believe it? There was a man, old raggedy hat. He had an old winter coat on with holes in it. Guess who that was? Thomas Edison. So I did see Thomas Edison as a boy. And he is known to wear that old raggedy coat. Really, I have met Thomas Edison. That's one famous man. I can't think of anyone else.
Any things in the past you saved you?
Saved? Oh, yeah, just a moment.
We'll be right back.
Milk, eggs, I'll eat out. Revised by tomorrow. Gee, whole extra day. Men, I remember men. Oh, that's where my black silk blouse is. Motorola, where's my Motorola pager? Hey, it's Louis. trying to find you while you're out conquering the world. Lunch Wednesday for sure. Lunch Wednesday.
Want a life? Get a Motorola pager so you can stay connected and know. Now, Motorola, what you never thought possible.
An all-new Seinfeld is back. One part sitcom, one part stand-up.
I left some books in her apartment.
Did you read them?
Yeah.
What do you need them for?
I don't know. They're books.
What do you need it for after you read it?
The critics call it a winner. Seinfeld on NBC Wednesday, 9:30, 8:30 Central.
Have you reread those books yet, by the way?
And we're back.
Oh, you asked me if I have anything of the past. I was thinking to show you something, especially when you asked me how old I am. Now, you look at me now. Now, when I was 27 and graduated from college, you want to see how I look?
Okay, hold on. He has hair in that picture. Oh, yes, he has hair. Can you see the difference? This is before, and this is after. As you can see, he has hair, and as you can see, he doesn't have anything.
You know, there's one advantage. I don't have to comb. It's easy for me to comb. All I have to do is in the morning, get some water and go. Out I go. Let me tell you a story about my hair. When I was a little boy, 6 or 7 years old, my hair were very wavy. And one day I got annoyed, so I got water. I plastered it down, you know, and my mother saw me and said, "Son, what are you doing?" I said, "Mom, wavy hair is for sissies. I don't want to be a sissy."
Things now different from the past.
Well, I'll tell you, a number of years has passed by since I was a little boy. I can remember the horse and buggy days. I can remember going through past our house. A farmer, he had a school bus, not driven by an engine. It's driven by a horse-driven school bus. And I also remember horse and buggy, you know, going up and down, the salesmen coming around selling their farmers' goods. Not anymore. And in the village, well, at that time, I kind of remember the old trolleys on tracks, electric trolleys going through our town. You know, that's amazing. There was excellent transportation. I remember this, I can remember this as a young boy. My mother and dad had me on the bus from New Village going to Easton for shopping. And where I sat down, for some reason, the seat was pretty warm because there was a transformer or something under there. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. And I also remember we had biplanes. We had the, little single planes, and then all modern cars that you drive today. Modern things. TV? You never had TV. Radio maybe, not a TV. So things certainly has changed.
What were the punishments you had when you were a boy?
Fortunately, I had good parents. They didn't spank, but they would tap lightly. And I thank them for that. You know, we were raised good, and my parents taught us to respect people, and that goes a long ways. So punishment? Not really. Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you a little story here.
Really, right back.
It's tough being a kicker. But win or lose, I always tell my grandma to call me 1-800-COLLECT, although sometimes she needs a little reminder. 1-800-COLLECT. Save the people you call up to 44%.
And we're back.
You were telling me about punishment? Okay. I really never was punished because, as I said before, we had good parents. They didn't punish, they taught. And I'll tell you one story, though. I was 7 years old. I always had a dream in my mind. I wanted to own a factory. So, one day during the Depression, my dad got paid. I took $20 from his pay envelope, and I hid it. And my dad, hey, what happened to I'm missing $20? My brother Till, he knew about it. So he told my dad. My dad came over and gave him a little tapping bag here. That was a lesson. You know what? I never had the factory, but I did work in factories.
And that's the end of the interview.